Hello there. So the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who has been and gone. It's over, people. But it was an emotional day, wasn't it, boys and girls? It had everything. The whole day, I'm not just talking about the day of the Doctor, the emotions that we all felt, the pride. Me, myself, going on YouTube, seeing all those old episodes, seeing all those fan-made trailers. It's just beautiful, isn't it? And you can go and do that on YouTube whenever you want. There's always fan-made trailers. I mean, we're not the only fandom who do that, by the way, but some of the videos made up, I think anyone wants to check this video out, do it. Not my video, by the way. It's called The First Question. It's about 7.5 minutes long. Check it out. It's an awesome, absolute awesome video. And when you actually sit there and take it all in, it actually, if you're not a Doctor Who fan, you will be by the end of it. So check it out. I forgot what channel it's on and all that, but just 7.5 minutes. It's called The First Question. Check it out. So, we had a big episode yesterday, didn't we? The Day of the Doctor. What did we all think? Let me know down below. Please let me know what you think. Honest opinions. Don't just say, oh, we loved it, it's great, it's Doctor Who, we gotta love it. No. Just be honest about what you thought about the episode. My opinion, I really enjoyed it. I did love it. I thought it was great. Was it the greatest episode of Doctor Who ever? No, but it was never going to be. And it was never going to live up to everybody's expectations of what they thought a 50th anniversary episode should be. We had a lot of excitement because David Tennant was back, Billie Piper was in it, John Hurt was in it, and of course Matt and Jenna were in it as well, which, for me, can I just talk about Jenna Louise Coleman in The Day of the Doctor? It's been a slow process for me to embrace Clara in all her different forms. After yesterday's episode, after the Day of the Doctor, I thought Clara was beautiful. And I'm not talking about to look at. Jenna is a beautiful girl, Clara's a beautiful character, but the actual soul that we got from Clara yesterday was amazing. For the first time, I actually want her to remain a Doctor Who companion for many years to come, and I think this is going to be amazing now. Stephen Moffat has set this wonderful story for her where she's kind of always been there for the Doctor through all his lives, and that's fantastic as well. So that can keep her there for many years, because I'll be honest with you, I don't want to keep on changing companions because it's the same old thing again and again. We're not going to get a bloke, we're not going to get a different, unique kind of girl. It's always going to be the same thing. And what I saw from Jenna's performance and Clara herself yesterday was brilliant, especially when she started crying when she actually saw the 11th Doctor getting ready to destroy Gallifrey. That was absolutely beautiful. You saw the emotion there. She cares about him so much, and it's going to be devastating for her on Christmas when the 11th Doctor regenerates. I've got to stop myself there. Of course, he's no longer the 11th Doctor. There's something else we've got to talk about, but just kind of putting a line under Clara. Yesterday she arrived on Doctor Who for me. She's become a lovable, emotional, soulful companion, and I'm loving her, and I'm going to really look forward to seeing what kind of dynamic she has with the 13th Doctor. Yes. Now, there's been a lot of conjecture, and there's been a lot of what does John Hurt being involved mean? Is he the 11th? Is he the 12th? Well, he's not the 11th, definitely, but is he the 12th? Is he the 13th? What is he? Is he the 8th? Is he the 9th? And what does that make Christopher Eccleston? Right. We all saw the episode, and if you haven't, I'm sorry, turn off now. But basically, we saw the episode. It's official. Peter Capaldi is the 13th Doctor. Nope, Stephen Moffat hasn't come out and said that John Hurt's Doctor doesn't count. He said exactly the opposite. He said that he was on Doctor Who Live yesterday. He was actually pissed off that Doctor Who was axed in the first place, and he was totally cussing Michael Grade live on BBC TV, which I think is typical Mr. Moffat, and that's why I love him. He's so frank with his views, and that's brilliant as well. I'm passionate about this whole, genre and universe, which is great to have in a showrunner because he's a fan. He's not just saying he's a fan. Stephen Moffat is a Doctor Who fan. That's a fact. Whatever we think of him, we might not agree with everything he does, but he's passionate. He cares about this character. So anyway, people going around online saying that Stephen Moffat said this and Stephen Moffat said that. Stephen Moffat hasn't lied about this time. John Hurt is the 9th Doctor. Christopher Eccleston is the 10th. David Tennant is the 11th. Matt Smith is the 12th. And of course, the marvellous Peter Capaldi, who I don't care, he's 176, he's a wonderful actor and he's going to be a fantastic Doctor. Just seeing that wonderful few seconds of him with that look on his face, I already know what kind of Doctor he's going to be, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't think the young viewers are going to go away because he's 55. I honestly don't. Yes, young guys and teens and hipsters and coasters, you might be saying, no, I don't want to watch this Doctor, he's too old. That you will watch him, he's going to be compelling. Believe me, go online, watch the thick of it. He's awesome no matter what age you are. People who were saying we want him to swear like he did on the thick of it, it's not going to happen, guys. This is Doctor Who, and it's Doctor Who is there for mums and dads and kids and all kind of various ages to watch, so that's not going to happen. But I am really exciting. I really want to personally thank Stephen Moffat for the Day of the Doctor. As I said, I really liked it, but I'm not going to pretend it's the best episode ever, nor was it ever going to be or please us all. I want to thank him for putting Tom Baker in there. 7 years as the Doctor. He's the one who deserved that curator slot yesterday. People are saying, and by the way, Tom, you were awesome, but just to talk about the curator slot, well, who is he? Is he a curator? Is he the Doctor? I believe he's actually still the Doctor. What's kind of happened, I suppose you could say, the magic of the Time Lord regeneration. Somehow, when they regenerate, they might become ordinary people, and he's just floated off and become a curator. A lot of people are hoping that this could be a recurring role. Well, I don't know how Tom's health is, but I would think definitely the future Doctors could go to the curator all the time for advice. And wouldn't that be amazing for these Doctors to go to the longest running Doctor, to this probably one of the most popular Doctors, if not the popular Doctor? I know in modern times it's David Tennant who's the most popular, but definitely Tom Baker, 7 years. Without him, I don't know what Doctor Who would be today. But you could say that about every single actor who's played the Doctor. Because let's be honest, we haven't had a bad actor playing this role. Whatever we think about the different versions, they might not all be our cup of tea. But we've had 11, well, what we had? Yes, we've had 12 great actors playing them. And for Stephen Moffat to squeeze in John Hurt now, who is officially a Doctor, it's just wonderful. What did I think about the episode? If we look at it, I think it was a brilliant episode. There's nothing I don't like about it, apart from I don't think Clara should be clicking her fingers to shut the TARDIS doors. I think that's the Doctor. That's something really only the Doctor should have the ability to do. So I don't understand how she can do it. But then again, she's been around, and she knows a lot about the Doctor and his world. But yeah, I think that's the Doctor's thing. Just being a bit nitpicky there, guys. And the only other thing really that I can really moan about is Billie Piper. I love Billie. Lovely actress, amazing what success she's had. I loved her as Rose, really mainly in season 1, but I don't see the point of having her in there as Bad Wolf. I don't think she was needed there. I think unless you're going to put her in it, put her into the mix, which was very difficult because of course she's stuck in an alternate universe. I think the best thing they could have done really is actually bring the half-human Doctor and Billie from Bad Wolf Bay, or even stick the 12th Doctor into that situation, but then you have to change the story. And why would you do that? Just to bring Billie Piper in? So I'm muddling myself up here. In reality, did we really need Billie to be in it? I'm sorry, Billie, I love you to bits, but we didn't really need you to be there, really. I mean, she did a great job. The Bad Wolf character was great, and of course, some people argue she was important because she was kind of nagging away at the 9th Doctor, John Hurt, to not destroy Gallifrey. Now, I'm so excited about this new narrative as well, that now Gallifrey's back, it's missing. I love this idea. This is an idea I came up for Superman a few years ago, actually, where if I wrote a whole film, basically a film length, which what I would do if I rebooted Superman, the whole thing would be that Krypton wasn't destroyed, that actually it's a planet that vanished, and Superman, part of his mission is to find it. But yeah, it's great now, so the Doctor is now, his planet's back, and of course you can see the brilliance in Matt's performance, that he's so happy that he's back as well, and he's full of hope again. And now it's the Doctor is now got something to strive for. He's going to find Gallifrey. He's going to try and find Gallifrey. And I don't know how that's going to work out. I assume now we're heading to the 13th Doctor, and of course this is meant to be the final regeneration. That somehow this is how Moffat's going to mix it all up to solve the problem of the 13th being the final regeneration as well. So I'm a big fan of Russell T Davies' era. I do. I mean, I absolutely loved it, and it took me a long time to get used to Steven's era. But now I'm absolutely loving Steven. I still love what Russell did. But one thing you do get from Steven Moffat as a showrunner is you never know what's going to happen next. I mean, the way it all turned out with Tom Baker as well, we never expected that. We hoped we'd see some classic Doctors. We didn't get to see them all, but I think he paid tribute to one of the most popular Doctors. He was there, and in the end we had them all lining up. That was wonderful as well. I don't think, yes, he could have just basically just kind of did a love letter to the past 50 years and didn't do anything else. But what does that do for the future of Doctor Who? As Steven Moffat has said himself, I think he's definitely done the right thing. You have to be brave in these situations. You have to be strong. There's so many people who've got different opinions of what should be and what shouldn't be. And now, I just want to say, as excited as I was last night, and I'm going to be watching it a few times, it's going to be my Christmas present on Blu-ray. Definitely 10 out of 10. It was wonderful. Ratings wise, it got just over 10 million, which again I'm really surprised about, because it still hasn't beaten The End of Time, and that's amazing really when you think about all the hype and what The Day of the Doctor meant to everyone. That The End of Time is still set the precedent with 14.5 million viewers. Now what that says is basically that was a massive episode. It was an end of an era. It was the end of Russell's era. It was the end of David Tennant as the Doctor's era, and it shows you how big it was. But even with Steven Moffat and even with everything, it just goes to show you not as popular as what was going on back then. Doctor Who is still very popular, fantastic, but there is still this kind of problem, especially in the UK. I mean, Steven Moffat is lauded in America, but not so much in England. Still extremely popular. So what does he have to do? I believe that Peter Capaldi will go down as one of the most popular Doctors in history, and I think this really is a great opportunity for Steven Moffat to actually really win over some more people over here. And of course we saw a very short clip, or some clips from Christmas Day. So, the Doctor's going back to Trenzalore. How's that going to work out? This is it. Silence will fall. The question will be asked. The question that should never be answered. Doctor Who, blah, blah, blah. This is where we're heading. We're going to find out about the exploding TARDIS. I'm sure about it, guys. You don't have to worry anymore. It's going to be awesome. So, I'm exceedingly proud to be a Doctor Who fan. I'm one with you. And let me just say one more thing to people who say the original 1963 Doctor Who is nothing to do with what's going on today, or has no connection, or it's nothing like it. I believe Doctor Who hasn't changed in 50 years. Ultimately, it's the same show, and that wonderful man, Hartnell, started it all off. He was a fantastic actor, and I enjoyed his Doctor. And as I said online, yes, he was a bit mean, a bit grumpy, if you like, at first, but he'd never been outside the universe before. He didn't know how to be. But then he met people, he fell in love with humanity, and he became slightly human, and this is where the characters evolved. So definitely the same show, 50 more years at least. Proud to be a Doctor Who fan. Keep in touch, find me on I'm getting my words muddled up. It's the passion, it's the love for Doctor Who. But basically, Twitter, Geektastic555, Facebook, Mick Meanus. Come on, find me, say hello. And a quick hello to Demi. I think you're awesome. See you later. Bye.